Welcome to Relix Lab. Today on Relix Lab, a history of lead. Lead is a natural occurring mineral that can be mined and is used in many aspects of our lives. It is believed that mankind has used lead for over 6,000 years. Lead mining probably predated the Bronze and Iron Ages, with the earliest recorded lead mine in Turkey about 6500 BC. Ancient Egyptians were likely the first to extract lead, which they used to make small sculptures. Compounds of lead have also been found in Egyptian pottery glazes. In China, lead was used to forge coins by 2000 BC. Lead touched many areas of Roman life. It made up pipes and dishes, cosmetics and coins, bullets and paints. Eventually, as a host of mysterious illnesses became more common, some Romans began to suspect a connection between the metal and these illnesses. In ancient Rome, the upper class favored wine sweetened with sapa, a syrup made by boiling down grape juice in leaded vessels. When heated, toxins leached into the syrup, which was then combined with fermented juice to tame unpleasant tannins and bacteria, as well as act as a preservative. In 1921, researchers at General Motors discovered that adding a compound called tetraethylene to gasoline could improve engine performance. It was also used as an anti-knock agent to help quiet down engines. At the time, it was well known that lead was a poison, and there was concern over the risk to workers exposed to the dangerous additive. But researchers working for automakers, oil companies, and chemical giants said that the general public would not be harmed by low levels of exposure through leaded gasoline. That turned out to be disastrously false. Children in particular are vulnerable to even minute amounts of lead exposure, and the use of leaded gasoline has been linked to lower IQs and higher rates of violent crime. Lead exposure also causes heart disease, cancer, and other diseases. And when burned in an engine, lead can easily contaminate air, water, and soil. In response, many countries began to phase out leaded gasoline in the 1970s. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, for example, issued guidelines to reduce lead content in 1983, but it wasn't until 1986, 6 decades after its introduction, that Japan became the first country to ban it completely. During the Civil War, many types and sizes of bullets were used. Early bullets were round lead balls that were loaded down the muzzle of a smooth-bore weapons and propelled by the ignition of a physically separated charge of black powder. While metal detecting, we find lots of Civil War bullets. This is just another example of the lead that's in our ground. Well, this came up 65 to 68. It's definitely lead. I can't tell what it was used for, but I'm going to try to do a little research. Hope I can figure out what it was. It may have just been something, part of a farm implement. It's hard to say. I'm not sure if it's military though, but I want to go ahead and keep it. Alright, Doug finally showed up, and we are hunting a different field. We've been in this area before. It probably looks familiar if you've seen any of my earlier videos, but we're going to give it a try. And I got a hole right here. I thought this was a bullet. but it looks more like just a piece of lead. It's got a cut in it right there, so I'm not sure what that was for. It's heavy, so I'm pretty sure it's lead, but I'm not sure if it's just some lead they use for soldering or whatever. Alright. Check out this area. This is along the creek. Got a lot of oyster shells here, and it looks like an antique, or a very old colonial boat ramp right up that way. And I was digging around. You see how nice it is here. And I got this thing right here. It looks sort of like a bullet, but you can tell it's cut crooked, so I'm not sure what that was used for. Possibly a fishing weight, maybe something on a crab pot, I don't know. But it's heavy, it's lead. Let's keep on going. I got a signal beside a tree, and I was digging a hole, and this was leaning up against the tree. Giant piece of lead. Look at that thing. Someone dug this and left it there. I'm gonna keep it. I know a guy who makes things out of this. All right. Well, this was coming up 1819. Apparently just a big piece of lead. Can't really clean it up, can't make out a lot, but I'll see if it was a, I don't think, no, it wasn't a hem weight, and it wasn't a bale seal, as far as I can tell. I'll clean it up though. This was a little bouncy. Seems to be some type of round lead piece, and it looks like it's something that's rolled. I'm not really sure. I thought it was an old battery, but I got second thoughts on that. I'll check it out later when I clean it up a little more.